ask you, sir. So, as a party agent, what has been done by your party to get your voters back as they brought the new list to come and count their vote? Because every vote is supposed to count.
Yes, like you said, every vote's supposed to count, and we've been trying that because it came very late. You understand? I think it's the timing, because when we raised that issue up, it took a little bit time for them to bring back that list. So when they brought that back, the list back, we tried to talk to most of our canvassers, and we tried to bring people around, the people that have been unable to vote. And like I said the other time, people that were not able to vote, they directed them to one polling unit in Adeniji, which is down on Shola. So they were able to see their names. So people that are unable to see their names here, they went down to that place. So the ones that are unable to see their names, we're able to track them back to come and vote here. So, but there are few. You understand? So that's what we've been trying to get people back, and with the efforts, at least little people, as in few people, have been able to vote. I'll say it's free. No, I'll say it's not fair. It's not fair because, like I said, why it's not fair is with this institution, this large institution, and with the credibility we are expecting, why would there be a mix-up? That major mix-up where like 70% of people have not been able to vote, that came to vote, actually, not even the register vote, like people that are even ready to vote, like let's say 2 out of 10 at once are able to vote. So with that major
APC 63, LP
One. Finally.
APC
Okay, the happy.
Nigerian agents.
APC 65.
Ah, you need to reveal your color.
APC
66.
People know you by your color.
Boy.
What's that number? 1312. Hello, sir. Hello, excuse.
ló ń dìbò yìí o general Nàìjíríà ló ń dìbò yìí o ìyálọ́jà ló ń dìbò yìí o ìyálọ́jà general ló ń dìbò yìí o.
Can we have the voters card? You're welcome, ma. Can we have the voters card?
1312. Afọmọlọ́mọ ló jẹ máwo bẹ̀. Alábẹ́nú àṣà.
You can make use of this or you can make use of this. You can come here, ma.
Ilé yóò mú ara gbogbo àtọ̀. Ẹjọ́ ẹ má polówó fèrè òró máa fi tó lọ. Ẹjọ́ ẹ má polówó àtọ̀. Láti o, ẹ má pèrò sọ́kọ̀ ìró máa fi tó lọ. Ìbò ilé yóò kù. Fọláṣadé ìyálọ́jà jẹ́nẹ́rà ó dúró wà. Ìtọ́jú ọ̀rọ̀ aṣáájú. Ìtọ́jú ti ń bo. Ọlọ́run tún jẹ́ kọ́ rí. Ó dúró rí everybody ẹ̀rí.
Ṣé màmá?
This one is
Ṣé màmí?
The person here has done very well. They should have confidence that the person coming in would be able to perform wonderfully, gallantly and brilliantly well also. So that is the confidence we have.
So that's the Aloja General, Shade Tifnumbu. And then the guy from the beginning who was talking about how they mixed up their voters register and the voters became so confused, right? In kind of finding their polling unit or finding their names on the voters list in their usual polling unit. That's deliberate. It is called systemic rigging. When they want to make themselves feel good, they will tell you that it is a scientific rigging. The rigging in Nigeria, the systemic rigging in Nigeria is beyond stealing of ballot papers. Those are old school now. So right now, you are not competing against APC. If you go into any election in that contraption, you are competing against the INEC. They are the ones who will tell you that they want to use this technology. They are also the same people that will tell you later that no, we have to resort to using the old, technology, and that is just assume the number and allocate the number. Remember that. So you are not competing against APC if you kind of like, foolish enough to go into an election with them, right? And then hoping that you may overwhelm them. And I think that is what this man has in mind when he said, yes, they seem to have control of everything. And they seem to be like, untouchable, powerful. But in 2027, even if Tifnubu make his son, Sheyi, INEC chairman, to be in charge of allocating votes, Tifnubu will be defeated. His spirit is funny.
Yes! Once again, happy Sunday, my Christian brother. You are welcome to the additional show of Mr. President 2027. Mr. President, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, good afternoon, sir. We wish you the best tenure of staying of one tenure. That collation you see where we are. If you like carry Wike, put him as the chairman of ANEC, you are not coming back. Because already Wike, I was disappointed. Wike is disowned by his father. Somebody who is disowned by his father and you want him to be a good man. That is why this one is betraying people. He betrayed Peter Odili, he betrayed Marshall, he betrayed Amechi, he betrayed even the present president, Jonathan and his wife. So somebody whom they disown him from his family. The father disowning somebody take you. Adopt you. How can you be have the trust? There will be no distance now. I heard him making noise that Amechi is not his way. He have limousine. What the fuck limousine? What is limousine? The rest, you don't have respect now. They disown you. Me, I separate successfully with my dad and my mother. They pray for me, not disown. Disown.
Ilu yẹn finish already. Share you guys. So Alhaji Guroro, I think that's what they call that one, right? So if you like, make Sheyi Tifnubu or even with the wicked INEC chairman, right? They will make sure that he leaves. Someone said that that's a delulu, right? Maybe. And that is why another Alhaji, I think they call him a doctor. He's a doctor. The guy or the man who pleaded with Atiku to please step aside for Peter Obi in their 2027 permutation, where he has released another clip or another release in which he kind of added a little bit of aggression to it this time. I don't know why, but he explained all of that. So these are the examples of their ballot papers in Lagos by law. Last year, INEC, they are expected to list all political parties participating in the election, even if they don't have candidates in that area. But this is something that you may have to go to their court to have an explanation. This is how they kind of like frame it. INEC, I mean, their own INEC there last year. So, so much more that they are possibly working on before your 2027, just so you know, okay? But this Alhaji Guru, I think that's what I call him, and I may be wrong, okay? But he's said to be a doctor. You remember him? He has a message for Atiku again.
Hello everyone, this is my last call to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
I've already sent a message to you previously, pleading with you to step aside for Mr. Peter Obi, not because Peter Obi does not have what to win the election without you. It was obvious in the 2023 elections that Peter Obi was actually the winner. We know this. Even the PDP said it. Even the APC government knew what they did. And it is very, very obvious that going forward, stepping in to compete with Peter Obi will only divide the votes and end up giving Tinubu a second term, meaning he will rule Nigeria 8 years. Can't you see the suffering that Nigerians are going through just 2 years into Tinubu's presidency? So Atiku, this is my final advice to you. Many Nigerians have been calling upon you to step aside and allow Peter Obi. You have tried to be president more than 6 times. This is going to be the 7th time. The God that you trust in, the Allah you call upon and pray to, can't you see the handwriting on the wall that you have tried and tried? You've done your part. You were vice president. What else are you looking for? You want to divide the vote so that Tinubu will continue as president, for Nigerians to continue to suffer? I am calling upon you to do the needful now. If Nigerians wanted you, by now you should have been president. Why don't you step aside? Forget your personal agenda. Forget your personal ambition. Atiku, don't be selfish. Think of Nigeria first. Atiku Abubakar, this is a sincere appeal. Don't let personal ambition stand in the way of collective progress. Don't allow your long-standing desire for power to blur your judgment or silence the voice of the people. 2027 is not just another election. It's an opportunity to rescue and rebuild Nigeria. The stakes are too high for ego to lead and for history to repeat itself. Sir, if the people's support is for another candidate, someone with fresh energy, broader acceptance, and momentum, do the honorable thing now. Step aside, support unity. Let your legacy be one of wisdom, not just ambition. True leadership sometimes means knowing when to lead, and other times knowing when to support. Nigeria needs a win and not a split. Let history remember you for not how long you pursued power, but for the moment you put Nigeria first. Alhaji Atiku, Nigeria is bleeding, people are dying, people are suffering, people are hungry, and we cannot afford another 4 years of a Tinubu regime. We are not saying that you're the only one that will bring about the win, but we are saying don't divide the votes. And I call upon the ADC coalition, unless if the ADC coalition was formed secretly with a plan to bring in Atiku to stand in as their presidential candidate. But if it was not so, if you truly mean well for Nigeria and you want to see a change, don't allow Atiku to stand in. Nigerians don't want him. It's obvious that Nigerians want change. They want Peter Obi. They want somebody from the South. And it is now the turn of the South. Buhari was incompetent. Nigerians suffer under him. Yet, they allowed him to rule for 8 years. And now Tinubu is obviously incompetent. He said he came to continue where Buhari stopped. Now, he has taken the suffering of Nigerians to the next level. And we want to see change. Give a fresh blood a chance. Give somebody from the southeast a chance. Obasanjo from the southwest had the opportunity to govern Nigeria for 8 years. After Obasanjo, he went to the south-south. Then went to the north, where Buhari took the nation down for 8 years. Tinubu has come now for a 4-year term. 2 years, Nigeria is already gone. And we don't want that to continue. Then some people are advocating that no, power needs to go to the north. Why must it be north-north? Okonkwo is calling for power to the north. Why? Is it because you are supporting Atiku? What will Atiku do? You were supporting Peter Obi. You said several times that they stole the election, that you were so sure Peter Obi was the winner. So if you knew he won, why will you now start saying that he doesn't stand the chance? And you're talking about how the politics works and that the northern vote. I am a northerner. The support for Peter Obi has increased. Many people in the north want Peter Obi, not Atiku. If we wanted Atiku, we would have given him a chance. We have not been electing him. Anytime you have seen him get votes from the north, is because there was no other alternative. I am begging you, it's time to give somebody a chance from the southeast. What is our problem with the Igbos? We come and say one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Now they change the national anthem and brought the old one to talk about we being together. But it's all a lie. It's all lip and mouth service. I don't know what is our problem. Why are we afraid of the people from the southeast? Then we say we are one Nigeria. When they are now saying they want to leave Nigeria so that they can have Biafra, we fight it. If we know they are not important, why are we not letting them go? Now when it comes to power, we don't trust them. All of us northerners must team up behind Obi. We have suffered under our own so-called northerners. Why did Wike destroy PDP? He destroyed it because he said it was the turn of the South and that the ticket should be zoned to somebody from the South. That was his fight. That was his grievance. So everyone.
So Dr. Haruna Guru, I think that's his full name. Like I said, he's added more tempo to it this time because he said it will be the last one. And I don't think it's actually going to be the last one. Okay? His advocacy more is that Atiku has always been, the catalyst that has derailed whatever is called the unwritten agreement, north-south kind of dichotomy, I don't know. So he pleaded with him that, and he made some very, very, very salient points in his appeal. But I don't know if the aggression was necessary, right? But some will say, yes, so their life depends on it too. Do you know what people have been through? Do you know this or that? Now, let me tell you something I heard. You know me, I hear things. And sometimes I'll discard them until I have until I have more something, physical. Physical. So I eavesdropped from the grapevine that the conclusion of getting rid of Tifnubu in 2027 is actually a foregone conclusion. That they will succeed is another thing entirely. And in their plots, or let me say as part of their plot, they are interested in raising as many kind of like red flags as possible. And they are just going to be distractions that would be given life. For instance, like Obi has said to be with, to be vice to Atiku. That kind of talks, right? Or ain't, maybe dropped by one of them to make everybody believe that the coalition is finished. Sure, you get, they are false flags, no red flags, false flags to cause distraction as APC, Ebekebe. That Atiku is eventually not going to run. Don't take my word for it too. Now, Yera, by my great grandma's sister. I grew up with my great grandma back in Odobolu. So, and she had a sister. She's like the social media of their time, as well as the kind of like the media plug. But my great grandma didn't see her that way. So she will come back to ask her, have you heard that? And my great grandma late great grandma would be like, how did you hear that? And she would say, I just heard. So don't take my word for it. So it is part of their false flag to send the APC and Tifnubu on a white goose chase. Atiku won't contest in 2027. And in fact, the idea of that Obi kind of mentioned himself spending 4 years, right, is not a slip of tongue. There is actually a plot behind that, and Atiku is very much in on that. Again, it may actually not even be a secret after all. At least remember, right, that you heard that on Mayegun's diary political. Let's allow you